What guys, back at me as you were at Smallville, Season 3, Episode 19, Memoria. Okay, so this episode starts off in a flashback to when Lex was a little kid and in Excelsior Academy when Lionel tries to get him off the ledge. He's still like obsessing over the death of Julian, and Lionel's like, Lex, your brother's gone. We gotta get over this. And he's like, Julian! And then we see Lex, and he's saying, and the adult Lex, and he's saying the same thing. And that's when Lana finds him, and she's like, Lex? He's like, where is he? So then Lana, she goes to talk to Clark about it, and she's like, I went to take Lex to the town's payrolls only to find him yelling some person named Julian, and Clark unfortunately tell her that was Lex's brother who died when he was a baby, and she's like, this happened before, this happened before where Lex was in my barn and he did this, and she's like, you gotta say which one. Yeah, so yeah. So then Lex goes to Dr. Garner, and Lex goes to Dr. Garner. He's like, hey, Dr. Garner, I want you to restore my 7-week memory. He's like, it's your choice, Lex. So then he goes in, and we see like before Julian was born, Lex has a 12th birthday party, and no one came, and that's how Lex got the box from Lionel. So after Clark goes to him, and he's like, Lex, Dr. Garner isn't a good guy. He doesn't care about you, Lex. And he's like, Clark, what would happen if you lost your 7-week memory? Wouldn't you want to get it back? So yeah, so he goes back to the mansion, and Lionel's there, and starts having flash. And he starts having, and yeah, and there's a flashback to when Lillian, Lex's mom, had Julian, and she's like, she didn't want to have another baby, Lionel. She didn't want to have another. She tells Lionel that she didn't want to have another baby. She didn't want to have another kid. She didn't want to have someone that Lionel could put under his rule like he's doing with Lex. And Lionel keeps on insisting that she should touch her child, but she doesn't want to. But eventually, he allows her to, and Lex and a young Lex bursts in, and yeah. So yeah, and yeah, so yeah. Then one night, Lionel goes to Lex, and he's like he came to rock Julian, but he stopped, and he's like, what did you do, Lex? What did you do? And slaps him because he thinks he's the one that killed Julian. So yeah. So in present day, Lex for some reason gets drugged and drinks the drink and falls on the floor, and he's like, I'm fine. You need to get out. He tells Lionel to get out, and yeah. So when Clark goes to go, Clark teams up with Lionel for a bit, but Lionel betrays them because when Clark goes to talk to Dr. Garner, he sees all the kryptonite and falls, and then gets knocked out and gets put to the same treatment as Lex, and he gets flashback to his earliest memory as a baby when his parents put him in the pod, and since Jor-El keeps saying Laura, Clark keeps saying Laura, Laura, and Dr. Garner's like, who's Laura, Clark? Laura's his mom. And that just like breaks the machine. And because Lionel was there, Lionel had to go deal with Lex because Lex said he got early that he got his so he got memory back, but he was lying, I think. And so so Martha goes to talk to him, and he's like, hey, he's like, I got to meet my my bio when Doctor Gar, her name is Laura, and she's like, who? And she's like, Martha's like, who? And he's like, that's my biological mom. And he's like, and she's like, hey, because when Dr. Garner put me into the machine thingy, I saw my biological mom, Clark says, and yeah. So yeah, then Lex goes, Lex he's like, hey, Lex is like, I didn't kill Julian, your wife did, and he's like, no, Lex, you did, and he's like, no, I walked in on her, and she killed him. And he's like, why did you let me put the blame on you? Because I was your only heir, because I was your heir and stuff. And he's like I said, if I knew, then things would be different between us. And yeah, basically that's how they, yeah. So yeah, this episode was pretty interesting. I really liked it. It was really interesting. We got 3 more episodes left before season 4, which I'll be starting today. I promised I'll be starting season 4 today. Because I want to start season 4. Yeah. So, because we're almost finished, I'll be starting season 4 today. Or tomorrow. I said today. So, yeah. I really like this episode because it gave us some more on Lex's backstory. Like, how his mom killed Julian. How I knew his mom killed Julian. Because she was kind of acting like she was gonna do it. How she said that she didn't want another kid and all that stuff. So they were, if they didn't want me to know that, if they didn't want the audience to know that she was gonna do it, if it came off that way, and she did. But I don't know why Lex took the blame for it. I know he said because he was Lionel's only heir, and that's why he did it. But he could have told Lionel at any point that his mom did it, and their relationship would, and Lionel wouldn't have done. Lionel wouldn't be what he is now, hating Lex. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you next review, which is next for Smallville. See you next Smallville.